So if you head up Woy Woy Road back towards Kariong, you'll come across a very small sign. Just be careful, because if you blink you'll miss it. It says Bulgandry Aboriginal Engravings, and this is the car park you need to look out for. We've been lucky today, very few people. This car park is virtually empty, it's just us. And when you get in this car park, it doesn't really mention which way to go. There's one sign here that says Brisbane Water National Park, do not pick plants, dogs prohibited, no fires, no littering. You've got a little section here that you walk through that I gather takes you down to the engravings. From what I read online, these are one of the best Aboriginal engravings there is out there. They're pretty prominent in the rock. Some of the other ones we've been to in the past, you need to highlight them a little bit with a rock, and so you can see them, but these ones seem to be quite visible. So someone's actually pebble path this. They've made a nice easy work. I don't know why they did this. They should have just left it natural. Possibly for wheelchair access or something. Julie's taken off on me. So we'll go catch her up and see what these engravings are all about. The path that you come up from the car park doesn't head up very long before you come to some information here that Julie's reading, taking a picture of. Welcome to the Bulgandry Aboriginal Site. Bulgandry Aboriginal Site protects a special landscape rich in Aboriginal art. I'll put that as close as I can. If you guys want to read that, just pause it and you can find out what this site is all about. Does it tell us to take shoes off?
Down here or out there?
Down here. Aboriginal rock engravings. Rock engravings provide valuable information about Aboriginal material, culture and social life. Engravings on rocks are an important part of Aboriginal songs, stories and customs that connect people with the land. Many of these sites are regarded as being of a sacred and or ceremonial significance to Aboriginal people, and they should not be interfered with. Please show respect. Do not touch or interfere with the site, walk over the site, ride your bike through this area, light fires. The Aboriginal engravings we did at, I think, Oxford Falls there, they actually ask you to take off your footwear. Now I would do that here, but I cut myself climbing up and down those rocks at the TikTok waterfall, so I've got a little bit of loose skin hanging and pretty red raw underneath. I did see in some pictures there's a little bridge that you walk over, and I gather that's how you look at the engravings. If they don't want you walking on the rock, I think they've built a little pedestrian bridge. A fair way down. Oh no, there's the bridge down there. Okay. So this is a nice twosome. If anyone's thinking about coming up to the Central Coast, and on this Woy Woy Road, you've got a number of things that you can do. So you've got the Gosford Glyphs, which is just up the road from here. You've got the Bulgandry Aboriginal engravings. You've got Staples Lookout. Virtually across the road from Staples Lookout, you've got another little small car park that takes you down to Kariong Brook Falls, and then further down where we parked you can go and see the Woy Woy Fall / TikTok waterfall. So there's plenty to do on Woy Woy Road. So here is what the engraving site looks like, and they are very prominent. Look at that. We've got some at Clontarf as well, but they're really faded. So we've got a kangaroo and some big fish, maybe a whale or something, I don't know. I'll say it here. This large oval figure may be a canoe, maybe, so they're only guessing. Canoes were made from bark with the ends folded and waterproofed with grass tree resin. From these canoes fish were speared. There is another kangaroo wallaby at the left of the canoe and a kangaroo's head at the head of the canoe. At the left, oh yeah, right on the end. It might be right on the end. Like a little fish, another kangaroo there. This is a large engraving of a man wearing an elaborate headdress. He has a circular object in his right hand which may be a shield and a small boomerang in his left hand. The object at his waist may be a woomera or a spear thrower carried in his belt. Yeah, it looks like what's the on Sesame Street? Like his eyes are very prominent.
No, you know what it looks like?
What?
You know what it is?
What?
Turtles, ninja turtles.
With the bandana.
Looks like a ninja turtle.
Ninja turtle. I don't think so. I was thinking you can come into it two ways. There's another sign up there. We'll go see that sign after we do the lap of this. This is how they might have measured rainfall, Jules. I do know when I did Kariong Brook Falls, there's a flat rock there with some deep holes in it as well, like that. You reckon that's a whale? Could be. This is another fish. Fish are the most commonly depicted animals at Sydney engravings, which probably reflects their economic importance. Of course, what else would they survive to eat? Fish is a good source of food and nutrition. Alright, what's that big thing? That's not a whale. It's a penguin. That's a penguin. What does it say it is?
Dolphin or a very large fish.
A dolphin? Yeah, you're probably right. This figure is about 3 meters in length and is either a life-size dolphin or a very large fish. Or a penguin. It's a kangaroo. Alright, maybe go around again and take one more time. What do we got in the air? A plane or a chopper? Oh, it's one of those, oh, what are they called? They're in Mad Max, a gyrocopter. You had that dude in Mad Max flying that gyro in Mad Max 2. The group in front of you shows a woman behind the kangaroo. The kangaroo is life-sized and the woman might be carrying or chasing it. A woman? Why do you think they classify it as a woman and not a man? Do you think she's pregnant? They've got a bit of a belly on her. How else would you know she's a woman? No, this one looks like she's got a bump on her belly. So maybe that's why they're thinking it's a woman. The engravings show a fish, possibly a flathead, being speared. You can see the spear sticking into the fish behind the fin. Yeah. This figure is another life-size kangaroo. The 8-armed figure across its tail is probably an octopus. Kanga, that one. There's another one of those. Probably rainfall measuring dugouts. And that's it. That's the last one. So we've got 7 plaques on the ground that show. And this one, how did I miss this one? Did we come up through here? Axe grinding grooves. The depressions on the rock in front of you are axe grinding grooves. They were formed when stone axe was rubbed on the rock surface. To sharpen the axe head, it was then mounted on a wooden handle and used for a variety of woodworking tasks. Axe grinding grooves are often found around waterholes like the ones before you, or in creek beds. Water was probably used to lubricate the axe or the rock surface while the stone was ground. Like the engravings, the grooves cannot be dated exactly. Oh, I'm not talking about these ones here, okay. Thousands, maybe millions of years old. There's a couple more signs up there. We'll head up there and see what they're all about. Is that the same sign as the first one, Jules? It's a different one. All right, this one would be the same, I'd say. Telling you to respect the site. This is exactly the same as the one before. Talks about what? You got a beautiful smile. Has anyone ever told you that? Care of the site. Well, I'm not going to read all that, so I'm going to get down as close as I can. Hopefully the camera will allow you guys to read that. Taking photographs. Rock engravings can be difficult to photograph and the results are often disappointing. The best time to photograph these engravings is early morning or late afternoon when the sun strikes them at a low angle and throws shadows into the grooves. The figure also tend to stand out more distinctly after rain. But Julie has one of these new Fandango Google Pixel phones with the 100 megapixel quality camera. I'm pretty sure you don't need to worry about what time of the day you come. They take some amazing pics. Oh, I've got another one here. Stone as canvas. Flat exposed areas of Hawkesbury sandstone provided an ideal canvas for Aboriginal art. Anyone's interested? That's it. No more. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's something else up here, but it looks like some idiot has ripped it off. Yep, they sure have. This one has been removed. Why? I have no idea. Disrespectful. I'll just wait until I get down to this little section, just in case I find another sign. As soon as I can see Julie's car in the distance, oh there she is, she's way in distance. Alright, I'm going to call it a day. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed that. From Woi Woi Waterfall and the Bulgandri. My goodness, there's another sign here. I hope Julie's taking pictures of all these signs. What's this one all about? The Bulgandri Aboriginal site. Okay, so that big picture of that man back there was given to a large engraving of a man thought to represent an ancestral hero. So that guy's a hero. He's the Sylvester Stallone of his time, the John Rambo of his time. If you're interested, have a read of that. Let's hold the camera on. There might be another one down here. And we're back to the car park. What an awesome morning. Highly recommend both places. The Woi Woi Fall / TikTok waterfall, and then come up and do the Bulgandri Aboriginal engravings. See some real Australian history. that's a wrap. And I don't think there's too many more explores for the year, as we're well into December. So we might just take a few weeks off before we start it all again in 2023. Until we meet again, adios.